Okay, so imagine you wake up one day and there's this organization. They just showed up after everything collapsed, after the world basically ended. And they go, we're in charge now. And every government on Earth goes, okay. Because what do you say to the people with the giant robots? That's NERV. That's Evangelion. And if you think that's fiction, the IMF did the exact same thing, minus the robots. Everyone thinks Eva is about Shinji being sad, about the depression. And yeah, that's in there. But Anno was building something else underneath, something way bigger. He was mapping how power actually works. How an institution walks into a crisis, offers to help, and never leaves. Okay, let's break it down. NERV is a UN agency, created after Second Impact killed half of humanity. And in that chaos, one organization raised its hand. Unlimited funding, unlimited authority, zero oversight. We'll fix everything. Trust us. Sound familiar? 1944. World War II just destroyed the global economy. Same moment, same move. The IMF and World Bank show up at Bretton Woods. Same pitch. Give us authority over the global financial system. We'll fix everything. And governments said yes, because what else do you say when the alternative is total collapse? For a while, it works. Just like NERV works, in the beginning. Angels attack. NERV fights them off. Everyone's grateful. Nobody asks questions. But here's the thing Anno understood. The moment you stop asking questions, that's when the institution stops working for you and starts working for itself. Misato thinks she runs NERV. She doesn't. Gendo does. Gendo answers to SEELE. SEELE answers to nobody. 3 layers of authority. Zero accountability at the top. The IMF, same structure. 5 countries, 38% of the votes. 190 members total. 5 of them run everything. The other 185 get told what to do. In the 1980s, the IMF used the debt crisis to force structural adjustment on over 70 countries. You know what that means? We'll give you money, but you cut healthcare, cut education, open your markets. Say no, no money, and your economy collapses. That's not aid, that's leverage. Get in the robot, Shinji, or the world ends. Same deal. Now, the pilots. This is where Eva goes from smart to devastating. NERV uses children, not because children are the best pilots, because children don't say no. They don't have lawyers. They don't have unions. They don't have the experience to recognize that what's being asked of them is insane. Shinji is 14. Asuka is 14. Rei doesn't even know how old she is. And NERV puts them in machines that hurt them every single time. Jamaica, 1985, debt crisis. IMF shows up. Cut healthcare, cut education, open your markets. The textile industry collapses. The public health system gets gutted. A whole generation grows up without what their parents had. Jamaica didn't choose that, just like Shinji didn't choose the Eva. The institution said, do this or everything falls apart. And the country said yes. Because what else do you say? Asuka is the most heartbreaking version of this. Best pilot, most talented, most driven. And NERV uses that drive against her. The moment she stops performing, they replace her. That's not a robot show. That's how institutions treat countries that stop being useful. And then there's SEELE, Shadow Council, behind NERV. They fund it, they direct it, and they have a plan nobody else knows about. Every battle, every sacrifice, it's all moving towards SEELE's goal, not humanity's. SEELE's. In 2026, 5 countries control 38% of the IMF's voting power. The US alone, 16.5%, enough to veto anything. 190 members, 5 run everything. Anno figured this out in 1995. He was 35, depressed, broke, running out of money to finish the show. And he looked at that feeling. That feeling of keep working or everything falls apart. Keep going or you let everyone down. And he put it on screen. Not as depression, as a system. So what does Shinji do? He says no. That's it. A 14-year-old looks at the most powerful organization on Earth and says, I don't have to do what you tell me. Not because he's brave, because he's just done. That's not weakness. That's the only thing institutions can't handle. The whole system runs on compliance. One person says no, the structure starts to crack. Evangelion is not about depression. It's about realizing the institution you trusted was never working for you. And what it costs, really costs, to say no. Subscribe, because next week we decode solo leveling and why the grind doesn't actually level you up in real life. And drop your answer in the comments. If you were Shinji, would you get in the robot? Be honest, I read every single one.